Happy 2023. Now I want you to imagine something. Take a moment right now. If you need to pause the video and get a pad of paper and a pencil to write this down, this could be very useful for you going into this next year. I want you to visualize that you're walking through a door and you have a magic wand. And as you walk through that door, I want you to ask yourself, what are the top one or two things that I would like to say at the end of 2023 that I accomplished this year or overcame, whatever it is for you? So go ahead and write that down. And then ask yourself, what are the top two or three things that would block me from having that success? Just reflect on your past, your strengths and weaknesses, just write those down. And then ask yourself, do I need help resolving those? If you do, reach out, you know where to go. Or do you need to read a book? Like for me, I'm studying brain, what causes brain degeneration and all the science around the gut and different vitamins and minerals and things that need to be in balance for our brain to keep regenerating and so on and so forth. So I have a focus around that right now. So what do you need to do to overcome these parts of you that slow you down from getting and reaching your goals at the end of the year? So make sure you write those down. And then, ask yourself, what are you actually committed to in following through? What, when you tune into it and you feel into your body, what feels like something that will really move the needle for you? And commitment is not just an intellectual thing. I want you to stop and pause and breathe into like the feeling tone of what does commitment look like for me? So you've got these top three things. Maybe you pick one of them and then you say, okay, what are the things that are going to block me? And, do I have the tools to overcome those? Do I need to reach out for help? Whether it's with a person like myself as a coach or a book or an audio or a podcast, whatever it is that you need help to support you to get through that. And then ask yourself, how will you measure your success? How will you know that you're successful along the way? What are the markers that you need to pay attention to that move the needle along the way, that encourage you, that motivate you, that get you excited about what you're striving for over the next year? And then the next thing I would recommend is have a mechanism to track that for yourself. I am on a Macintosh and I use a tool called Planny, which allows me to create repetitive tasks, habits that I'm trying to create. And every day I work my way through this list of tasks that I'm developing in my workflow. And those really help me to build a new habit. Because remember, neuroscience says 85 to 95% of the time we're on autopilot. Well, I want to make sure there's a very large quantity of that 85 to 95% that are things I'm doing consciously, that I do on purpose. And I would encourage you to take the same attitude. Like, if everything you've learned since birth, and especially in that first 5 years, is kind of unconscious, how would I know that those unconscious things are no longer serving me? Well, just look at the results you're getting. All right. So now that you have a list of the top three, you have the things that trip you up, you're putting a plan in place to overcome those. Like, what are the markers that tell you you're succeeding? All right. And then you're dropping into commitment to say to yourself, not just say, but feel. That's really the important thing, is to feel. Do I feel committed to following through on this? Is it important enough at the end of the year that I live my life consciously enough to reach those goals? Do I feel that sense of commitment? And you want to jot down, like, maybe from 0 to 10, do I feel like an 8? Do I feel a 9? Do I feel a 10? Or even maybe a 5? If you're only at a 5, I would encourage you to rework your list and say, is that something that really matters to me that much? Because for me, it's easy for me to discern a 9 or a 10. And of course, I've been doing this for a long time, but you want to get that feeling of, oh yeah, I'm right on task to do what I want to do with my life. And, it can be as simple as build more friendships. It can be as simple as be less narcissistic. It could be as simple as be a better listener. You get to decide what that is for you, but set something up so you're not sleepwalking in 2023. Be awake, be aware, be like monitoring what's happening in you when you're listening to people, what's happening in them as you're saying words? Are you overriding what you're seeing, or are you paying attention to it? All right, so this whole video is about waking up in 2023, some short tips. It's not going to be an all-day seminar or something, just some short tips on how to like think through some mental models on that will take you to that place that you want to go in this next year. And I'm just giving you some of the things that I do regularly that work consistently. All right, so the last thing I'll say is, after you're monitoring, make adjustments, and then ask yourself, are you fully committed to following through on this? If not, get a different goal for yourself. All right, so many blessings. I'm hoping you all have an amazing 2023. Without you, this world would not be as good as it is. So just know you have a part in all of this, and you're a blessing, whether you know it or not. Some of us forget. We walk around in these human bodies doing, and we'd never stop to reflect that we're a walking miracle. When you really sort that, if you sit with that for a while, you'll realize we are literally a miracle. And the earth, make sure you always include Mother Earth in your preparations for life in the morning, because without Mother Earth, we don't exist. We get our air, we get our food, we get our water. All of the things you see around you came from Mother Earth. So we need to have a new relationship with Mother Earth. We need to have a loving relationship. We need to have a gratitude-based relationship with Mother Earth. I am an absolute advocate for that being, in our prayers in the morning, so we rebuild that relationship with Mother Earth and, of course, our spirit, our God, whatever your belief is around that. All right, so many blessings. Again, happy 2023. I look forward to serving you in any way I can in 2023. Make sure you share this with your friends or make some comments. And heading into 2023, we can rally behind you and support you energetically in hitting your goals. In fact, that would be a good idea. Just write maybe one sentence like, my biggest vision for this year is this, so we can all join in and celebrate and energetically like say, so be it for you. So you'll get more energy from people around you that love and care about you to serve you in a way that you might not even realize can serve you in a very good way. All right, many blessings. Please send your vibes out for peace in the world and more love, and I will see you in 2023.